Welcome back to the show. Heat 7, the round of 16 continues. And we're on the lookout for quarterfinalists. The Bells champ, Isabella Nichols, coming from 4th position on the ladder. She'll be up against Sophie McCulloch, who's got CT experience, but she won through into this event via the trials.
Looks like she will have a look at this one.
Yeah, having a swing. Sophie McCulloch got some speed to dig into that first turn. Great flex on the tail. Gets the board up there again before that wave shuts down, so makes the most of the short ride.
She has the freedom of no pressure. You can see here it's a great 1-2 combo. She gets the uppercut and then puts a little right hook on the final moment of that wave. But this opening turn, beautiful hack off the top. Comes around and connects with the closeout section. You can see just staying out in front of that.
Yeah, that she looks to get herself into position here. We'll come back to that point. And Sophie, she got a 5.5 from deep. Almost out of position. She's the one who's made the move down the line now. Let's try and back that up and take early control here in heat number 7. She's loading up for a big finish. Has some great compact turns she can go to. Sticks on her feet for that final move.
Always a frustration when your competitor keeps riding waves and building scores. So Sophie, compact little style, nice elongated carve, rebounds, and then a tighter turn for the second. Just kicks the stall a little bit, gets the timing perfect for that final maneuver. You can really see with this lower tide, the waves cupping out on the sandbar.
Been pretty quiet over the last couple of days. The bank's in good nick. We had this ride for Isabella Nichols during the break.
Snap to start things off. A little lip slide for the second and third. Comes through to the inside section, a tricky, turbulent section to finish off. Let's have a look at the Bonsoy replay. So that first carve, nice and precise. The second one, a little higher in the lip. Bella gets low for this second and third turn off the bottom. Does that little pivot, shimmy off the lip, and then this turbulent end section, navigates it well, just steers it down into safety. And you can see the waves just capping outside a little bit. Looks like Sophie up and riding.
Here we go. Nice looking section here. Whips one out of the top. So wants to break into that excellent range herself. And is just sort of forced to try and find a connection on this ride. Does really well, but just not the same sort of flowing.
This was Soph. Just zigzagging to this first turn. Beautiful carve down off the top. The roundhouse cut back, and then just does a little S work through to the inside. The wave just got ugly, and she manages to get it. And here we go, Bella on a set. Quick in and out. See that set starting to feather outside. Maybe some more opportunity down the line.
Yeah, see something in this one. Bit of foam on the face, but it's nice and groomed. She digs in on that first turn, up into the pocket, hammers the section. And just like we saw in the final at Bells.
Perhaps maybe not the completion. Isabella, good looking wave outside. It's a nice snap off the top. This finishing maneuver there, just really accelerating, carving through it. Blowing the tail completely.
And here she goes. Puts her head down, really gets into that wave with some authority, had some speed, just getting to her feet. Finds the open face now. This wave, not super exciting on the outside, and as a result, Isabella knows that she's unlikely to bust above the 6.67 and up the requirement here.
The judges are eating up, so she's going, okay, I'm on a heater here. I'm going to just keep diving into this.
And also been working closely with Darren Hanley to replicate the magic boards. They've been working really hard in the lead up to this contest. But the breathing room is running out. You know, there's not a whole lot of time to save yourself now. As we get to the IC 2-minute warning here. You know, pressure's on. Not so much in this heat. Sophie McCulloch in the trials. 40 seconds to go. Some movement on the inside. Isabella opts to take this one and try and bump the requirement higher. Maybe even push Sophie into combination. She's been aggressive out there today. And really joined the dots nicely. Unloading some great finishing turns.
Let's have a look at the replay of this final wave. Generating speed, throws that real tail-heavy snap, and then through to the second one, you can see just getting a bit lower, just pushing a bit harder. She has really got some momentum at the moment, not just from heat to heat, but event to event.
Really solid stuff there from Isabella Nichols. The last score came through at a 6.4, a decent throwaway number.